G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you all had a good Christmas and a well-deserved break. So today I'm going to be talking about the topic of why you should not follow your factory service schedule on your Ford Ranger. Now don't get me wrong, if you plan on keeping your Ford Ranger during the warranty period only, this is probably okay to follow because if anything breaks you can just take it back under warranty, but definitely anything outside of your warranty period or if you've bought a second-hand Ranger, I wouldn't recommend following this schedule, and I'll explain why. Alright, so let's start right from the top and work our way down. So the very first thing we have here is replace brake fluid. Funnily enough, the very first thing I actually agree with Ford. They say every 3 years, which is pretty much just about right. That's pretty much what I do and what I would recommend to do if you own a Ranger. However, now if we look at number 2, which is the coolant. So it states here that the coolant should be replaced every 250,000 kilometers or 10 years. Now, me personally, I think that's far too long. With coolant, you should be replacing it anywhere between sort of 3 to 5 years, and a kilometer range, I would probably recommend doing it every 100,000 kilometers. Because you got to remember, with these turbo diesel cars, they have an EGR cooler, so the coolant is getting pretty hot. It's doing a lot of work. It's constantly heating up, cooling down, heating up, cooling down. It's gone through many cycles. And those heat cycles can cause it to break down a lot quicker. However, if you own the 2-litre bi-turbo, it does say to do the initial change at 160,000 kilometers and then do it every 80,000 kilometers or 3 years after that. Now, next up, we've got the 2-litre bi-turbo and the timing belt. I actually made a video just recently about this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I'll throw the link in the top right-hand corner if you want to have a look at that video. But just quickly, yeah, definitely don't do the wet belt at 230,000 kilometers. That's a recipe for disaster. So the next item on the list is the auxiliary belt. Surprisingly enough, I actually probably agree with Ford on this one. From my experience, the belt lasts quite a long time. And I think it's quite possible to get 240,000 kilometers out of the serpentine or auxiliary belt. And in saying that, when you do that, I would also advise replacing your tensioner and the idler as well, because it'll be due for replacement at that amount of kilometers. Next item on the list is the fuel filter. Once again, I don't agree with the 30,000 kilometer service interval here. I would be advising doing it at about 15,000 kilometers, and that's what I do it at. I do it anywhere sort of between 10 and 15,000 kilometers. If you've watched my videos previously, you will see that when I pull the fuel filter out, it is generally pretty dirty after about 10 or 15,000 kilometers. And my recommendation would definitely be 15,000 kilometers maximum on this one. Next up, we've got the air cleaner element. So Ford state 45,000 kilometers. Once again, that's way too long. If you're doing city driving, you could probably get away with 30,000 kilometer changes, but if you're going off-road, my advice would be anywhere between 15 to 20,000 kilometers. I know when I replaced mine, I think I'd probably doing it about 15, 20,000 kilometers. Generally it's pretty dirty, and I do a mixture of sort of on-road, off-road driving, especially with my PX1. With my PX2, which mainly stays on the tarmac, I would be probably doing it every 30,000 kilometers or so. But yeah, definitely don't let it go to 45. I think that's probably far too long. Next up, we have the transfer case fluid, so for the four-wheel drives. Now here, once again, 250,000 kilometers, that's far too long, even for a synthetic fluid. My recommendation here would be anywhere sort of, depending on how much off-road use you do, I would say anywhere between sort of 60 to 80,000 kilometers, and I would recommend using a fully synthetic fluid as well. If you let it go to 250,000 kilometers, you're probably going to do some sort of bearing damage. I couldn't imagine a transfer case lasting 250,000 kilometers on the same fluid. It's just far too long. I don't know why Ford specify that, but that's what they specify here. Next one down the list is front and rear differentials. Once again, exactly the same as a transfer case fluid. You really want to be doing these every 60 to 80,000 kilometers. Next up on the list, we have the automatic transmission fluid. Now, I recently done a video on this where I changed my fluid in my 6R80 Auto at 150 and the fluid was black already. So definitely don't let it go to 250,000 kilometers. I don't even think the transmission would last that long on the same fluid, to be honest. My recommendation here is probably anywhere between 40 to 60,000 kilometers, just depending on how much towing you're doing, how much beach work you're doing. and all that sort of stuff. Watch that video. I'll throw the link in the top right hand corner. And that just goes more into depth on why I recommend the 40 to 60,000 kilometer transmission fluid change, and that explains it a bit more. Next up, we have the manual transmission fluid. Once again, with this one, I'm probably doing mine, I'd say every 80 to 100,000 kilometers. And even my last service with the MT82 6-speed, I found that the oil was pretty black. I probably let it go for a little bit too long. I think I did it at about 100,000 kilometers. So I will cut back now to probably about 60 to 80,000 kilometers, because I was doing a fair bit of towing with my manual PX1 Ranger. So that's why it probably darkened up a lot quicker than what I thought it did. And definitely, you know, one of these things where you want to keep it clean, because obviously from one of my previous videos, you would have seen that the MT82s can have premature bearing failure if you don't service them correctly. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking at replacing your fluid on the MT82 6-speed manual. And that last one is just the rear differential fluid, which we've already covered. And keeping in mind, you want to use fully synthetic fluid when you do this. In my opinion, it just offers the best protection against wear and tear when it comes to diffs. And even with your automatic transmission fluid, so one thing you got to keep in mind with the 6R80s is it's got to be the 6R80 or the 6HP26 specific fluid. Any other of these fluids on here, you could pretty much get away with substituting something that's pretty close to the specifications that Ford require. But with the 6R80 automatic transmission, you can't do that, because you will have problems, I can tell you that. Now, last but not least, we have the engine oil. Well, particularly down here, we've got the engine oil filter, which you do when you do the oil. So if we look up here, Ford have 15,000 kilometer intervals all the way through. Now, in my opinion, 15,000 kilometers is too long, simply because the EGR system contaminates the oil. Now, if you've got a fully operating EGR system as from the factory, my recommendation would be that you replace the oil every 7,500 kilometers. And for that particular reason is because the oil gets contaminated by the EGR. The stuff that comes through the EGR, it's pretty abrasive. It causes premature wear on components such as rings, your timing chain, your variable vane oil pump, and you really want to keep that variable vane oil pump as lubricated as you can, and to avoid any failures with that happening. If you run an EGR delete, you could probably do it every 10,000 kilometers. That's what I do it at, and I find that the oil is relatively, it's dirty, but it's not like super black or anything like that when I do it. But if you don't run an EGR delete, if you just run a factory EGR setup, definitely cut it back to 7,500 kilometers, and you want to be doing your oil and your oil filter at the same time. So that's a wrap up for this video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one.